So basically my friend Abby, who does YouTube videos, made a video about her New Year's resolutions for 2016, and I kind of jokingly, but also kind of hoping she'd encourage it, made a comment about doing a video response with my own resolutions. She said I should, so here we are. Obviously in a car. Okay, that's a bit weird. I was gonna just do it at home in my room, then I realised I'm too embarrassed to sit there talking aloud when my family, we have quite a small house, could potentially hear me. I was counting on my parents just going out sometime during the day, but the weather's kind of crap, so they've just been staying in. So I devised a little plan. I was planning to go to the gym anyway, so I just thought that before I actually enter into Jets Miramar, I would stay in the car a little while in the car park and film this. I've picked the absolutely most secluded area of the car park, and I'm just outside of this kind of abandoned office building, so nobody has any chance of seeing me. Okay, before I tell you exactly what my resolutions are, let me just say, if I learned anything in year 7, for some reason my first intermediate I went to were really big on this, was how to set good goals. We called them SMART goals. That's an acronym meaning specific, measurable, attainable, relevant, time referenced. I took the SMART goal strategy to heart and have tried to make my resolutions quite clear on the basis of those 5 things, in order to hopefully make them more achievable in the long run. It was a long intro, let's just get to it. My actual resolutions. Number 1, something that's been a long time coming, I want to generally be a more tidy person, well, specifically meaning in my bedroom. My closest friends and my family know this about me, but my general acquaintance probably doesn't, but I most of the time have a horrifically messy bedroom. It's not good, but it's just kind of an unshakable part of who I am, so I am gonna finally shake it. This year's, I think, a good time to really try and do it, because I am leaving home soon to go move to university in another city. So I'm going to be living in new accommodation and obviously have far fewer possessions with me, and just kind of like not the general kind of filth that accumulate over time around me, so it should hopefully, I'm hoping, going to be easier to maintain tidiness. In terms of the SMART goal, keeping it specific, I'm going to try and achieve this by telling myself at 12 AM on a certain day of the week I will have what I've deemed a tidy room. So every week, no matter what happens in the days between, I will make sure I keep it tidy at least one day, and hopefully that means knowing I'm coming up to my deadline, I'm gonna try my best to keep it at a good level. Okay, this video, I'm just realizing now, is going to be so much longer than Abby's, because I just love to blubber on and explain myself and but there we go. Okay, number 1, be tidier in the bedroom. Ooh, that sounds weird. Have my bedroom be tidier. Okay, moving on. Number 2, very fitting as we are outside the gym, is I want to run... Okay, well initially I said I wanted to run 365 kilometers in 2016. Then I remembered it's a leap year, so let's change that to 366. I want to be fit and all that stuff and be healthier, but I'm really not into setting any kind of goal in terms of like weight loss, any kind of like body related things. I think that can lead down an unhealthy path and is just, you know, not really what exercising should be about. I've made myself a cute little table. It's not very cute, it's just a grid on Google Docs with 366 squares, so each time I run I'll just colour in the like 1 square for each K I've done, and yeah, hopefully watch it build up over time. And the good thing about this goal is that, I mean, even if I kind of slack off for a period, I can kind of make it up quite easily. I'm not saying, oh, I have to run... Sorry, Abby. Not bashing you. It's great. If you have the self-discipline to run 5K twice a week, that's awesome, and I applaud you. But I know for me, I'll probably go weeks without running once, and then go through periods where I manage to do like a few Ks every day for several consecutive days. I'm rambling so much. Alright, let's keep going. This is a goal I'm sharing with Abby. We have one in common, and that is that I also want to try being vegan this year. Did you believe me? No, that was a lie. My actual goal that I'm sharing with Abby is that I want to improve my guitar skills. I too have been... Technically I started learning in year 6. IT teacher, Mr. Horn, great man, used to teach the year 5s and 6s guitar 1 lunchtime a week. It was a great time. I took about a 6-7 year hiatus and am now back on the guitar. I think I decided last night I'm actually going to be taking my brother's old guitar, which is kind of bad, but still a guitar. I'm going to be taking it down to Dunedin with me, so I've got it during the year. And yeah, with just improving guitar, I guess it's hard to kind of make that a specific, measurable goal, but I think maybe this time next year, next summer when I'm back after the uni year, it would be cool if I'm able to play guitar in the church band. I currently sing and sometimes play piano, and if I was able to like be at a level where I could kind of competently play guitar in church, that would be really cool. Especially, I'm basically learning guitar by playing church songs and, you know, contemporary Christian music because they're quite musically simple. Okay, goal number 4. It's not very interesting compared to Abby's goals, but I want to be financially responsible and independent this year. But basically, I'm starting university. That is a very expensive undertaking. Luckily, I actually have savings enough, unlike when my brothers did before they started, to plus the government student loan. Obviously, I don't have that much savings, but I actually have enough money to fully fund my year, my fees, my accommodation, and my living expenses, along with my student loan, without my parents' help. So that way I can kind of reserve my parents' financial help for when those savings no longer exist, no doubt next year. Basically, my parents' financial help for us was on the premise that we would be doing 3 years of uni study, which is just your basic kind of undergraduate bachelor's degree. However, I'm planning to do a double degree in law and arts, so that equals 5 years. So I think it's a good idea if I kind of keep the parents' finances pending until I really need it. My next goal is one I also had this year, and I'm happy to say I completed very easily actually, is that I want to fill up a whole diary. Little known fact about me, I actually for the last 2 years, 1.5 years, have pretty consistently kept a diary. You know, just fulfilling my obligation as a teenage girl to, you know, write about all her... I don't even know where this is going. I keep a diary, and even though it is totally fun and satisfying, it actually does require quite a bit of self-discipline to kind of get in a routine and actually write and stuff. And it's so rewarding when you look back and you're so glad you've done it, but in the moment you often just kind of want to go to sleep, because I always do it when I'm in bed before I go to sleep. I think it's especially important this year because, as I've probably made clear many times already, this year's very new and exciting. I'm starting university, I'm moving out of home for the first time. Should be a lot to remember and write down. On that note of university, my 6th resolution, second to last one, basically I want to improve my work ethic and get good grades at uni this year. Because I've obviously never done university study before, I don't really know what kind of benchmark I should set myself as a goal. So yeah, basically just I'm going to try and do my best and get the best grades I can, and also just cultivate kind of a better work ethic in general. Throughout basically my whole school life so far, I have had a tendency sometimes to just rely on my own natural abilities instead of working hard sometimes. I do work hard still, but I could work harder, I think. So I think I'm really going to take to heart this year the fact that I will be a full-time student, study is my full-time job, and try to treat study as kind of a 9-to-5 thing and actually make it my primary objective of being a university student, not like burning couches or whatever else you do in Dunedin. I guess one kind of specific aspect of that goal I have is I want to get grades that are good enough to get me into second year law. I'm led to believe it's reasonably, not health science, medicine level, but reasonably competitive to make it into the second year course. So if I get the grades and to make it through to second year law, I guess I would have done well enough. I think my final one is to just keep in contact with people well this year. Obviously I'm moving away, have I mentioned that yet? But not only am I moving away out of home, I have several good friends I have 3 friends who are actually moving overseas for at least some part of this year, Abby being one, of course. I have other friends who are staying in New Zealand, but are either staying here in Wellington, in my hometown, or are going to university or study in other cities. And I, of course, have my family, my parents back home. That's kind of the main part of this, is I want to be a good daughter and initiate contact with them on a regular basis. I know that my mum especially got a bit, well, she was a bit sad at how little my brothers, especially my middle brother, how little he initiated the Skype calls. So I think I'm going to try to be a good daughter and initiate maybe a weekly Skype call with my parents, and also my grandmother gave me some letter writing equipment for Christmas, so maybe I will, you know, put my penmanship to good use and write letters as well. I think that guy who's walking in the car park is looking at me still. It'll just look like I'm FaceTiming someone from the car. That's fine. Right, this is my very long video. I'm gonna have fun editing it. About my New Year's resolutions. Maybe this time next year I will tell you how it went. Happy New Year. Oh, I'm back. Post-gym, obviously. While I was in there, I was thinking of something. I'm gonna turn this little New Year's resolution into kind of a tag. Well, not really. I just want my favourite YouTuber, Bella Cook. I think you should make one of these videos too. It'll be great. Maddie, if you want to do one too. Don't know how you'll feel about that. No pressure, but Bella, do it.